Okay, good day everyone.
Good day, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, how's your day, class?
We're fine, sir.
You're
We're
fine,
Uh,
fine,
sir.
sir.
Great, that's good to hear. So, um, before we start today, let us pray first. So, Mr. Miranda, kindly lead the prayer.
Yes, sir. So let's bow our head as we enter the atmosphere of faithfulness and effectiveness. Dear God, thank you for our time together today. Help us to be open minded and receptive to your work in and through us. We pray that we may be receptive to your guidance in all things and that we may become more like Jesus Christ in our actions, attitudes, thoughts, and words. Amen.
Okay, class, thank you, Mr. Miranda. And sorry for short technical issues. So, Uh, as you can see, there is reminders in the screen. So before we start, I just want to remind you all that if you have a problem with your internet connection, just tell me. And keep your microphone mute. And if you want to, uh, if you want to answer, press the raise hand icon and open your camera for you to be recognized. Are we clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so um, wait a second, class. Okay, we're back. So, Miss Secretary, please check the attendance and submit it to me later if you are the absent today. Did you understand, Miss Secretary?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Um, Class, I give you an assignment last meeting, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And the last
Yes,
submission of
sir.
your assignment is until uh, this day at 11:59 p.m. only. So for those who are not yet done or finished, uh, do that while there is still a time and pass it your assignment before the deadline. Are we clear, class?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, class, who among you can recall our past topic yesterday? So, anyone from the class? Let's have Mr. De La Cruz. Um, what is our last topic yesterday?
Hand tools and equipment.
Okay, very good. So, can you give me an example of drafting tools and equipment?
Sir, the example of hand tools and equipment is ruler, triangle, pencil, and etc. Sir.
Okay, very well said, Mr. De La Cruz. So yes, lastly, we discussed about the different type of tools in technical drafting, and the example of Mr. De La Cruz is correct. And also, these tools, it puts together all of the important aspects such as materials needed and its specification and measurement into detailed drawings for a wide range of construction and projects. So before we formally move on to our topic, let's have an activity first. So for this activity, I will I will send the link of your activity in the chat box for you there to enter on our activity, and you have only 5 minutes to answer that activity. So are we clear, class? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are we clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may now start answering. Okay, class, I think you are all done answering. So, how is your score? Is it high or average or low? So, okay, that's okay, class. So, let's try to answer the activity that I've given to you. Okay, so let's try to answer number one. Please read Mr. De La Cruz and answer.
A measuring tools used to lay out an angle or an arc. Uh, Compass, sir.
Okay, very good, Mr. De La Cruz. So, number two, please read Christian.
Uh, it is the most popular type of measuring tools, usually 6 or 12 inches in length, sir. I think, sir, it is ruler.
Okay, very good. So, number three, Mr. Fernandez, can you read?
3. Its main purpose is to reproduce, reduce, or enlarge. Scale, sir.
Okay, very good, Mr. Fernandez. So, the fourth one is kindly read and answer Mr. Romasanta.
It is used for drawing vertical and oblique lines. Uh, Triangle, sir, letter A.
Okay, very good. And lastly, Mr. Miranda, kindly read and answer.
Number 5, sir.
Yes, Mr. Miranda.
It provides an easy means for accurately measuring curved surfaces. Protractor, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Miranda. So, very good class. Before we formally move on to our topic, let's have another activity again. Um, so, let's have a game. Wait for a while, class, because um, we have some technical error here. So, I'm going to fix it first. So, okay, class, while we are waiting, who among you can share his or her talent? So I think Mr. Malikdom is a good black magician joker.
Yes, sir, Mr. Malikdom.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir, I
do you have
agree.
any jokes there, Mr. Malikdom, or talent?
Sir.
Sir, kaya ko po mag-invisible, sir.
So, can you show how?
Nakikita niyo ako, sir?
Oh, saan ka dyan, Mr. Malikdam?
So, this is my talent, sir.
Okay, nice talent. Very good. Just keep it up, Mr. Malikdam.
Yes, sir. I will continue this kind of talent, sir. Because it's a unique talent.
Okay. So, any one of you can share his or her talent?
Miss Lopez, sir.
Sure.
Yes, Mr. Um,
Sir.
Randa. Okay, class. Just wait for a while.
Mr. George, sir, has a talent, sir.
Okay, Mr. De La Cruz. Open your cam and share your talent. It's your time to shine.
Sir, I have a joke, sir.
Okay, what is your joke?
Joke, sir. Sir, tawag sa insektong walang ngipin.
Okay, what?
Sir, langgam, sir. Ha, ha,
Okay,
woo.
nice try.
Sir, anong tawag, sir, sa pusang nasa gitna ng highway, sir?
Okay, now Mr. Malikdam.
Binalayas ng ina niya, sir. Again, sir, baka sakaling bumenta ulit, sir.
Okay, what, Mr. Malikdam?
Anong tawag ulit, sir, sa maliit na pusit, sir?
Ano, Mr. Malikdam?
Psst, sir, psst.
Okay, nice try.
Meron din ako, sir. Sir, meron din po ako.
Sir, I have joke ulit, sir.
Okay, Mr. Malikdam, what's your joke? For the last joke?
Ano English nito, sir?
Okay, what?
Chick, sir, chick. Sa kabila, sir, ano to?
Okay, what?
Cheben, sir, cheben.
Okay, let's give Mr. De La Cruz a warm up applause. Okay, class. So, I already fixed the technical errors here. So, let's now proceed. For our activity for today is entitled Drag Me. We will be using the WordWall platform for our short activity. So, I will give the link where you can enter for our activity in the chat box area. So, here is the mechanics of the game. Please read, Mr. De La Cruz.
Sir, mechanics of the game. In the word wall link given, drag and drop word to rearrange each sentence into its correct order.
Okay, thank you, Mr. De La Cruz. So, in the word wall link given, drag and drop words to rearrange each sentence into its correct order. And the three students will make it on the top of our leaderboard will be the winner and receive plus points. So are you ready, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So how about the others?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so the game link is now available in the chat box area. You may now begin in participating in the activity. Good luck and have fun, class. Okay, I think you are all done in our activity. So time is up, class. Um, Let me check first if who are the winners. So we have Kimberly, J Art, and for the last one is Mr. Danjo. So let's give them a virtual applause. Okay, so uh, still you are all very good, class, and thank you for your participation. So moving on, our in our learning objectives, we will recognize the proper storage of measuring tools, apply the good practices in proper storage of measuring tools, and the last one is value the importance of maintaining measuring tools to avoid damage. So uh, our lesson for today is clean and store of measuring tools. So before we start, let's uh, answer first. Why do we need to clean and store drafting measuring tools? So any one of the class, Mr. Venry.
So, why do we need to clean and store drafting measuring tools? Sir, cleaning and storing is a part of caring also your um, drafting measuring tools to prolong its life and maintain its performance, sir, a good performance.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Venry. So uh, cleaning your devices is crucial as any residue that remains on your device may impact the accuracy of your measurements. Also, modern society uses a wide variety to measuring instruments, many different things. So measuring instruments are used in different aspects like agriculture, weather, automotive industry, the medical field, and so much more. With such great reliance on these devices, it only makes sense that you ensure they are accurate in their readings. So next one is, what is the importance of measuring tools? Let's have um, Mr. Miranda.
Sir,
Okay, so let's have Mr. Ferrer.
What is the importance of measuring tools? Sir, the measuring tools are really important for us being a drafting student because through with that, it will help us to measure part of a certain line or part of our drawing, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ferrer. And measuring tools are essential for examining a finished product or semi-finished product. And measurement tools make our lives better and safer, and they enhance the quality and quantity of life. So without properly functioning measuring tools, you may not be able to get the job done right. So it's crucial that you keep your gauges in optimal condition. So, okay class, so some of these kind of tools can be very sensitive and slight variations in conditions can cause them to malfunction. and deliver inaccurate results. It's essential that you follow proper care and maintenance procedures all of your measuring tools. So let's now move to the next one is the increase accuracy, extend life, and lower costs. So let's have first increase accuracy. Kindly read Mr. Malikdam.
Sir, the PowerPoint presentation is not presented on my screen, sir.
Okay, so let's have Mr. Miranda. Kindly read.
Yes, sir. Increase accuracy. If measuring tools don't receive proper care and maintenance, they're more likely to take inaccurate readings. Some of these tools take exact measurements, so even small changes can impact the accuracy of measurements.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Miranda. So, if measuring tools don't receive proper care and maintenance, they're more likely to take inaccurate readings. So, some of these tools take exact measurements, so even small changes can impact this accuracy of measurements. So, in the small changes of the when we not taking care of our measuring tools, it has a with that small changes, it has a big impact of the accuracy of measurements. So let's now move on to the next one is extend life. So kindly read Mr. Romasanta.
Extend life. Caring for precision tools properly also helps extend their life. With proper care, many measuring instruments can serve you well for a long time.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Romasanta. So, without adequate maintenance, however, your tools will break sooner and you'll have to replace them earlier. Improper care increase the risk of a tool failing in the middle of a job gradually, becoming less effective or reducing the efficiency and accuracy of your work. So, the next one is lower cost. Mr. De La Cruz, please read.
Sir, following the right care and maintenance procedures can help us reduce your cost over the long term.
Okay, thank you, Mr. De La Cruz. So, following the right care and maintenance procedures can help you reduce your costs over the long term. So, it can also help you avoid costly breakdowns, more extensive repairs, and downtime. It also means you'll have to replace your tools less often, meaning you get more out of your investments in quality instruments. So, let's now move to the next. Uh, Here, here, here are the tips for maintaining precision tools. So, every measuring tools has different maintenance needs and you should receive guidelines in the user manual for each device you purchase. So, the first one is storage, cleaning, schedule cleaning, handling, and maintenance. So, let's um, go first for the storage. So, kindly read Mr. Ambrosio. Okay, let's have uh, Miss Rocaberte. or Mr. Venry? Can you read?
Storage, sir.
Yes, Mr. Venry.
Storage. So storage is a critical element of measuring tool care, as these devices can spend significant amounts of time in cupboards or cabinets where they may get damaged. So many measurements devices in cases, and it's often a best practice to store your tools in these cases. So if your tool didn't come with a case, purchase one that meets the storage requirements of your instrument. So you also need to ensure that you store your devices in a proper temperature and humidity, and that other conditions are suitable for your tools as well.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Henry. So, class, on the first paragraph is storage is a critical element of measuring tool care. So, be sure to follow the recommendations for how to store each tool you use. Different types of gauges and tools made of different materials often have different storage requirements. So, the next one is many measurement devices come in cases, and it's often a best practice to store your tools in these cases. So make sure it's the right material, size, and shape, and that it has the right features. Often, these containers will have padding for some types of gauges. You may want to place them on a clean or dry cloth inside a case, and keeping your tools in a case helps to protect them from airborne contaminants and accidental physical damage. So the last one is you also need to ensure that you store your devices in the proper temperature and humidity. It can also be helpful to take time to organize your devices in a cart, tray, and inspection station or other location. So doing so can help make it easier to follow proper storage procedures and enable you to access your tools more efficiently. So the next one is cleaning. So another essential aspect of measuring maintenance is keeping your instrument clean. Like with measuring tool storage, there are different cleaning recommendations for different types of gauges and materials. So Um, some of general cleaning tips include, uh, can you read, Miss Jessica? These uh, general cleaning tips include.
So the general cleaning tips includes not leaving your instruments in contact with dirt or oil for long periods, as oils can cause corrosion. Second is avoiding touching gauges with your bare hands, as skin oils can be damaging. Third is using a soft, non-abrasive cloth to clean your instruments and ensuring the cloth is clean before using it.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jessica. So, are you still there, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, how about the others?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, class. Okay, thank you. So, be sure to follow the guidelines for your specific tools to ensure you're roughly clean them and avoid damaging them. So, the next one is schedule cleaning. So, kindly read Miss um, Jessa Marie. So, um, Mr. De La Cruz, kindly read.
Schedule cleaning. As a part of your routine cleaning maintenance, you should have a regular cleaning schedule in place for your devices. Various factors influence how often you should plan to clean your instrument.
Okay,
The environment is which you can use it. The task which you can use it. Legal requirements.
Okay, thank you, Mr. De La Cruz. So the first one is the environment in which you use it. So the environment in which you use it, some situations may cause measuring tools to require cleaning more often if you use your tools in a dusty manufacturing environment. For example, you may need to clean them more often than if you were kept in a relatively controlled lab environment. So the next one is the task for which you use it. So the job you use the tool for, you can also impact how often it requires cleaning. So and the last one is the legal requirements. So for the legal requirements, in certain industries, rules and regulations may require you to clean tools more often. So for example, a food-related business must adhere to higher cleanliness standards than many other industries. So it's a smart rule of thumb to inspect and if needed, clean its instruments before each use. So before using a device, look for foreign matter on it as this material could affect the readings. So the next one is, okay, can you read Mr. Venry?
Handling. Another critical element of precision instrument care is handling measuring instruments correctly during use. So when using a measuring tool, it doesn't have the protection of its case or storage space, so it's especially crucial to handle it carefully. So it's also essential that you only use your instruments for their intended purposes.
Okay, thank you Mr. Venry. So taking care to avoid accidental damage and use your tools correctly can help to extend their life and ensure accurate readings. So take care to avoid sudden shocks or rough treatment such as dropping, throwing or banging the device against hard surfaces. Then placing rubber mat in workplaces can help protect tools from damage should someone accidentally drop them. Then lastly, uh, never use measuring tools as hammers or to pry open other objects. So the next one is maintenance. Kindly read. Let's have Miss Lopez. Okay, Mr. Ferrer, kindly read the maintenance.
Maintenance. You will also need to periodically conduct preventive gauge maintenance, including regular lubrication and calibration. It's helpful to create a schedule for when you will perform maintenance so you can ensure the necessary tasks get done. Calibration is another crucial part of proper gauge maintenance. Many types of measuring devices require regular calibration to ensure they perform correctly and take accurate measurements.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Malikdam. Mr. Ferrer. So, um, on the first is it's helpful to create a schedule for when you will perform maintenance. So you may also want to create a system for keeping track of what maintenance tasks you complete at which times and the conditions you of your various instruments. So um, another crucial part of proper gauge maintenance is many types of measuring devices require regular calibration. So calibration involves comparing a measurement made by your instrument with the value of the same measurement. So this comparison serves to check the accuracy of the tool. If the device is measurement differs from the standards to a significant degree, you will need to repair the instrument so it is accurate. So the next one is the other tips on uh, how we clean our store measuring tools. So who would like to read? So are you still there, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if
Yes,
you're
sir.
still there, can you say hey?
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
Hey, very energetic. So kindly read Mr. Malikdam. Okay, let's have Mr. Venry kindly read all the tips of clean and store of measuring tools. Okay, let's go back to Mr. Malikdam.
For number one, sir, be sure to inspect tools before using them. This is to check if they are in working condition. For the second one, after using a tool, clean it thoroughly with the damp cloth. Wipe it dry with another piece of cloth before keeping it. Third one, when not in use, the T-square is preferably hung by inserting the hole to a nail. Do not abuse or misuse any piece of drawing instrument. Avoid throwing at a tool to anybody. Instead, hand it over to him carefully. Avoid setting of the distances individually by moving the scale to a new position from time to time. Avoid unnecessary sliding of T-square or triangle. Protect drawing. Pick up the triangle by its tip and tilt the T-square blade upward slightly before moving. All the movable parts of the measuring tool, such as zigzag rules, calipers, dividers, and compasses to avoid stock up. And lastly, report defective measuring tools and any hazard to instructor immediately.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Malikdam. So that is the another tips on the how we clean and store measuring tools. So the last slide. So uh, kindly read Mr. De La Cruz.
It is better to own a few good tools than a number of poor ones. It's acquiring tools be guided by quality and durability quality tools and know by their popular trademark, but also consider that the life of any drawing or measuring tools will depend on how will you take care of them. Drafting measuring tools should be well maintained to continue working properly. Organizing and storing these items have a great deal to do with keeping them in tip-top shape and good working condition. You can assure that your tools will last long if you
Okay, thank you,
participate.
Mr. De La Cruz. Okay, class. Always remember that a good tool is a lifelong investment and the craftsman best friend. So treat it as such and you'll be repaid 1,000 times through the results you will obtain from its use. So are we clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, how about the others?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So do you have any questions before we proceed to our next activity?
None, sir.
Okay, so if you have no question, then let us now proceed to our next activity. So on this activity, I will show one at a time a different measuring tools and tell me and show how the proper care of this tool. Okay, so let's have Mr. Malikdam. So name the tools and show to use its uh, name the tool and show how it is uh, clean of this tool.
Ruler, sir. Sir, wait a minute, sir. Kukunin ko lang saglit yung ano, sir, material.
Okay, take your time, Mr. Malikdam. Okay, Mr. Malikdam, are you still there?
Yes, sir. I'm still there, sir. I'm still here, should I say.
Okay, you may now show your um,
Sir, for the proper maintenance of a ruler, sir, just wipe it with clean and damp clothes, sir. So swipe it just like this, sir. Then there you are. The ruler is now clean.
okay, very good, Mr. Malikdam. So let's give him a virtual applause. So the next one is let's have Mr. De La Cruz. Name the tools and show how it is used or the proper clean and store of these triangles.
Sir, triangle, sir. And to clean this triangle, sir, I will show how to clean this tool, sir. So, so this is the triangle, sir. And to clean this triangle, sir, always clean the both side of the triangle, sir. Just like this, sir. Just like that, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, very good, Mr. De La Cruz. You can now turn off your camera. So, very good class for showing your participation. Do you have any question, class? Clarification?
Sir,
None, sir.
Yay? Are you still there?
hey, sir.
Yay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hey, hey.
Yay.
What?
Hey, hey, sir.
Hey, sir, yeah.
Okay, class. So, if you have no questions, then I will be the one to give you a questions. So, okay, class. So the first question is, kindly um, read Mr. Um, Christian and answer.
So, why is it important to know clean and store drafting measuring tools, sir? Sir, is it important, sir? Because for cleaning your devices is crucial, as any residue that remains on your device may impact the accuracy of your measurement, sir.
Okay, very good, Mr. Malikdam. So, the next one is, why is it cleaning important to the measuring tools? Let's have Mr. Romasanta.
So why is cleaning important to the measuring tools? So sir, keeping your measuring instruments up to date is vital in providing a modern service because they offer increased accuracy and precision, which is arguably the most important aspect of any measuring equipment.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Romasanta. Very good. So, the last question is, can we read Mr. De La Cruz and answer?
Sir, why it is important that hand tools and measuring devices are wiped down and lubricated after use. Sir, it's important that hand tools and measuring devices are wiped down and lubricated after use because if they are not, they will not work how they should be.
Okay, thank you, Mr. De La Cruz. So, measurement tools make our lives better and safer, and they enhance the quality and quantity of life, as what we said earlier. Then, so I guess we're running out of time. So let's now move on to the next. Okay, class. For prepare yourself for the short quiz. Keep updated because I will post the link of your quiz in the chat box area. So you have only 20 minutes to finish your quiz. So before you start, read the instruction or direction first before answering, and please open your camera so I can see you and avoid cheating during the quiz. Are we clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
here's the
sir.
direction and instruction for your quiz. Who wants to read? Okay, Miss Jessica, kindly read the directions. Or let's have Mr. De La Cruz.
Direction. For the test one, multiple choice, choose the letter of the correct answer. Second, enumeration. List down at least 5 uses of care and measuring tools. And for the test 3, matching types, match column A with column B. Write only the letter of the correct answer on the blank provided before each number. And for the test 4, essay, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. De La Cruz. So, class, you may now start answering. Um, okay, so kindly open your camera. Okay, so I think you are all done, class. So, job well done, class.
Thank
Um,
you, sir.
I'm going to check your quiz later. So, for your assignment, um, make an advanced reading about the alphabet of lines. I, sorry, make an advanced reading about personal protective clothing and devices. So, are we clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any
Yes, sir.
questions before we end up this meeting?
None so far, sir.
None,
None,
sir.
sir.
None,
Okay,
sir.
if there's no question, then let's call it a day. Goodbye, class.
Goodbye and thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir. Thank you po.
Okay,
Bye,
you
sir.
may now leave the meeting.